So you want Bitcoin to be successful and more valuable in the future. Then its adoption is also your personal responsibility. That's why I encourage you to also take part in my Bitcoin Adoption Challenge. Hello, Adriaan here for Bitcoin for Beginners. In this series, Bitcoin Elementary, we will explore a wide range of aspects specifically related to Bitcoin. About 1.5 years ago, Kevin made a video about all the things we as Bitcoin users can do to contribute to the ecosystem and its eventual success. We listed 10 things that all of us together can do to help recover from the bear market at that time, and that doing one or more of those contributions to the ecosystem can also help boosting adoption. If you want to see that video, a link will be popping up in the corner of the screen. In this video today, I want to particularly focus on one of those 10 things. What if you can't code, aren't technically savvy to run full nodes or be a miner, neither are you a legal expert nor are you constantly active in the crypto scene? Basically, you are a passive buy and hodler, hoping that Bitcoin eventually will become more valuable and succeed in large-scale adoption without you having a particularly active role in it. In that case, I would like to show you the way of one thing you can do personally by making a commitment to the adoption challenge that I propose and that as many of us as possible in the Bitcoin for Beginners community should be doing. All our efforts together in aggregation will hopefully create a substantial impact on Bitcoin adoption and support for the ecosystem as a whole. The challenge is to buy each month at least one good or service that you need anyway and that you pay for it by using Bitcoin. It should preferably be a non-crypto, real-world good or service because we need adoption to happen outside of the crypto ecosystem alone. Before we continue, if you like the content of this series, you can like this video and additionally subscribe to our channel to be updated when we release the other episodes of this season or of our other series. So why would you even want to participate in this challenge? You might think it is a lot of hassle. Yes, for us in first world countries, it is indeed most of the time easier and faster and cheaper and sometimes even free to pay using fiat currency-based fintech applications or even regular banks and credit cards. Bitcoin wallets for main chain payments are now relatively easy to use for transactions, but slightly less convenient than other fintech methods. Plus, you pay the network fee for transactions on Bitcoin. The network fee is now relatively cheap, but still costs more than other methods that are often almost free and also very fast. Also, it may often turn out to be challenging to find a good or service you need that you can actually purchase by using Bitcoin. Some extra research is certainly involved. So why should you do it anyway, regardless of the extra effort and cost? Because that is the role of pioneers and early adopters in the early phase of emerging technology, and currently that's all of us that own Bitcoin. To be an early adopter means you prefer using a technology over more convenient mainstream methods. Compared to early adopters of Bitcoin 7 to 8 years ago, they took even more risk and the infrastructure was even less convenient, but that didn't stop them, and those who hung on have been royally rewarded through price appreciation. The actual use of Bitcoin as payment system for the buying and selling of goods and services is one of the crucial cornerstones for the success of Bitcoin as money. Money needs to have a number of characteristics, of which two vital ones are the medium of exchange, and to be a medium of exchange, it obviously actually needs to be used as such. And for something to be a store of value, it means that people are willing to accept it as payment in exchange for something else of value if they expect that this asset can be used by them to exchange it against something else of value that they desire or need in the future. So to be a store of value, people need to expect it can be used as a medium of exchange in the future for the exchange of value, and not based on price speculation alone. As you can see, spending Bitcoin for goods and services, having the abilities to spend Bitcoin, and Bitcoin being adopted as a form of money are going all hand in hand. Using Bitcoin for paying stuff is not without controversy, even under some Bitcoin maximalists. Currently, most merchants that offer Bitcoin as payment method are not keeping the Bitcoin they receive, but they immediately sell their coins on the market for fiat money. So in theory, each time someone buys something with Bitcoin, it is actually bad for Bitcoin because it causes negative price pressure. However, there is a simple solution to this. You can compensate each product purchase with a replacing buy order of Bitcoin for the equal amount that you have spent. And the same method is also the perfect solution for hodlers who don't even want to spend their satoshis out of fear they lose future opportunity of price appreciation. Another complaint against using Bitcoin for paying stuff, transaction fees become prohibitively expensive in a next hyper bull market and will be clogging the network again, which will then be chasing users and, even worse, merchants away as well. While this is true, but right now there is enough space on-chain, and on-chain Bitcoin wallets are currently much more average user-friendly than Lightning networks are at this point. When the next hyperbull market starts, Lightning Network will hopefully be more foolproof, and that also non-tech savvy users have a friendlier user experience and user interface. When that's the case, we can always continue this Bitcoin adoption challenge on the second layer, likely to be Lightning Network. So why do I think it is important to do this? By continuously buying goods and services using Bitcoin, it supports crypto companies that offer products for Bitcoin payments so they can remain and expand their operations. It also signals to non-crypto specific merchants that there is demand from Bitcoin users to pay for their products with Bitcoin as payment method. This keeps them economically incentivized to continue offering this as payment method, and perhaps even attractive for other merchants to start accepting Bitcoin payments as well. And what are other advantages? The growing of the trade in particularly the legal goods and services against Bitcoin is eventually good for the price too. The larger the real Bitcoin economy, mathematically the price unavoidably needs to become higher to be able to support that higher amount of economic trade. Currently, the vast majority of transactions are merely speculative, and although speculation is also a vital element in the whole ecosystem, speculation only with the absence of actual economic trade to justify the price speculation is a very thin basis that the price would otherwise rely on and can't be dependent on to last forever without actual real-world use attached to it. Another advantage can be that if the trade in legal goods and services with Bitcoin dwarfs the current value of existing criminal activity done with Bitcoin, that will also make one of the contra-arguments that is used to attack Bitcoin's legitimacy extraordinarily weaker. All in all, I think the benefits of increasing the use of Bitcoin in paying for goods and services far outweigh any of the negative effects, especially if you mitigate some of those negative effects with the reasoning and recommendations that I gave earlier in this video. How to best prepare to successfully participate in this Bitcoin adoption challenge. Make sure you keep a mobile wallet funded at all times, so it's ready to use instantly when a product purchasing opportunity comes along during the month. A mobile wallet is the easiest to use for both online and physical store payments. Having the wallet funded means you are more likely to push through with the challenge and not having extra hassle of needing to buy and transfer Bitcoin first, because in that case you might be more likely to fall back to other more convenient methods instead. For security reasons, only keep in the mobile wallet an amount that you would also be comfortable to keep as physical cash in your physical purse. Further, keep some fiat spendable balance available on exchange or credit card or whatever you use to replace by Bitcoins that you spend. Prepare so you reduce the extra hassle to a minimum. By making the commitment, you are taking personal responsibility to make Bitcoin adoption a success, because a better world always begins with yourself. Also, the commitment will hopefully turn into a positive habit of supporting the Bitcoin economy. To lead by example and kick off the challenge, I will demonstrate how you can spend Bitcoin to book a hotel room. The best site that I could find for doing this is travala.com, and here is how that site works. So the site where I will do my booking is called travala.com. It's a site similar to Expedia or Agoda or booking.com. You can find a hotel and book it. The only extra feature of this website is that you can also pay with cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin of course, but you can also pay with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, PayPal and Stripe. They have a 24/7 customer support, best price guarantee they say, and you can book pretty much everywhere. The site works pretty much the same as the usual booking sites, so we can just enter a destination, a time that we want to travel. I will just leave it at this, and then there's search. And as you can see, you get the search results. You can select on price, for example. You can also view on a map and just click on a hotel that you want to see more information of. Like I said, works pretty much the same as sites like booking.com. And if you want to book a room, you can just click select a room and book now. And if you don't have an account yet, you can just create one, which I already did. And when you've logged in, selected your room, you can continue to choose your payment option. In this case, I will choose Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin price will appear here, and then scroll down to complete the reservation. Then you will get prompted with the payment screen. When recording the payment, the video result wasn't as clear as I had hoped, but I still think it demonstrates the spirit of the payment process, which was fairly smooth and quick. Also, please share with me in the comments what you have bought using Bitcoin or what you are planning to buy in this Bitcoin adoption challenge. Maybe you also have some tips for me of places where I can buy stuff with Bitcoin each month to fulfill this challenge. Please let me know in the comments. So now let's continue with the payment process. Now to pay for this booking, I am going to open the Samurai Bitcoin wallet on my mobile phone and log into it. After I have done that, I can directly scan the QR code on the payment window with my Samurai app. This will then automatically fill the wallet address in the field for receiving address. Then I will need to enter the amount, which is 0.020263. Then click Review Transaction, which shows all details for double check. Press Send, and then Yes to confirm. Then it says Creating Transaction, Broadcasting Transaction, and Transaction Sent. Within a few seconds the transaction appears, which means it is received by the network, though pending. Now I can click Payment Sent and the website directly recognizes the payment. And you can see that the booking status was successful. And I have successfully paid my booking by using my Bitcoin. Booking at Travela.com worked absolutely fine. The payment was processed within seconds and I received the booking confirmation email within a minute. The network fee that I eventually paid was less than $5, so that's absolutely reasonable. In case you don't want to spend your HODL bitcoins or you want to compensate the potential selling of the bitcoins by the merchant, make a replace buy order, which I did next on Kraken. As a side note, if you actually want to take profits on your bitcoin gains by using them for your purchase, you may optionally skip the replace buy process. Nevertheless, here's how I did the replace buying of my spent coins. If you want to buy back the satoshis that you just spent on an order, then just type in the amount that I've spent, which is including transaction fees, this amount, and I will just put a market order, buy, submit order, and it's done. Some final thoughts and last recommendations. To summarize, keep a mobile wallet decently funded, have some fiat balance available for replace buys, purchase at least one non-crypto item with Bitcoin per month. Also, do some preparing research of places where you can buy stuff that you need with Bitcoin. Use the article link in the description or visit our application cryptocanary.app for inspiration. If in a month you can't find any product to buy with Bitcoin, consider to at least make a donation in Bitcoin to someone or something, or buy a gift card with Bitcoin, for example. For some tax jurisdictions, it may be necessary to record purchases for potential capital gains taxes. Please investigate yourself in how far this applies to you. In the US, the Cryptocurrency Act may change the taxation rules for US citizens, so stay updated on that as well. Keep in mind that I have only made the booking so far, but I haven't actually checked in the hotel yet. Once I have succeeded in that as well, I will try to give a short update about that part of the process, and this will then be included here at the end of this video, so click on it if it's appearing. Alright, good luck everyone that participates with me in this challenge. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more episodes of this series Bitcoin Elementary, subscribe to our channel to follow all the new episodes. Looking forward to see you all again back for the next one.